All right, we are shifting focus now to the UK, where the ruling Labour Party has suffered a major blow at the hands of the far-right Reform after the latter won a parliamentary seat in a by-election. And members of the Reform UK celebrated their win after beating the Labour Party by just 6 votes for a parliamentary seat in northwest England. Now, this is the smallest ever margin in a parliamentary by-election in the country's history.
One of you who voted for change, every one of you who have put their faith in me as your next Member of Parliament for this constituency, which has such potential, and who have put their faith in Nigel Farage as the next Prime Minister of this great country.
In fact, the party head called the win a sign of shifting political sands in the UK. Reform, remember, was formed in 2018, more popularly known as the Brexit Party, a hard-right party. Reform UK's sole focus is on immigration in the country, and after this win, Farage says the party is now a key opposition to Keir Starmer.
Just think about the swing, think about the change. This is heartland Labour Party. Their vote has collapsed and much of it's come to us. And that does away with the sort of media narrative that somehow it's just us versus the Conservatives. It's not. This is a whole different politics. And what tonight does is it embeds us. We now are the opposition party in the United Kingdom to the Labour Party. And the Tories, frankly, are a waste of space.
Starmer called the Labour Party's loss a disappointment, while the ruling party had won parliamentary elections with a sweeping mandate last year. Keir Starmer's approval, in fact, witnessed a sharp dip but within the first few months itself. Let's go straight across now to our correspondent with us on the broadcast. Ollie, let me just ask you first for your assessment of what's happening here as far as the UK's political landscape is concerned. Shifting sands or not, this is definitely something big and crucial that's happening for the people on the ground.
Definitely shifting sands, absolutely, and we should clarify just a couple of things. The Reform Party would absolutely deny that it is a far-right party. It has faced that accusation in some quarters and has always insisted that it is far from that. The other thing that's worth saying is that this isn't just about this Runcorn by-election. That by-election was one of a series of votes, and Reform have won the parliamentary seat in Runcorn. They have won a regional mayoralty in Lincolnshire. They have won a series of councils in England as well, taking control of them from the Conservatives, for example, in more than one location. So this is a major electoral shift when it comes to a series of different types of electoral event. Now, there weren't elections being held all across the country, but at the same time, Reform believes that this is a seismic moment in British politics, the moment when they proved that they're not just ahead in some polls of the traditional major parties like Labour and the Conservatives. They can actually convert that polling into electoral success. And what this means is an extra MP heading to Westminster, which will take their MPs sitting in the Commons back up to 5, so still a small number, but it will also mean, as I say, that they have a mayor in Lincolnshire in the north of England. They will have a series of councils that they are in control of. So there are more parts of the country now who have voters who will look to Reform UK to provide, for example, local services. The Labour Party insists that soon after a general election, with the landscape as it is at the moment, that they would have expected to see some of the losses that they have seen over the election last night and into today. The Conservatives insist that at the equivalent period when these elections were previously held in 2021, it was at the high point of Boris Johnson's popularity, and so they also say that they would have expected to see losses like this. Nonetheless, Labour in government and the Conservatives, the official opposition, both very, very worried indeed by this set of results and what it could mean for the years ahead in terms of the challenge from Reform to both of them.
All right, we're leaving it there for the moment, Ollie. Thanks very much for being here.